I'll start out with one big thing that bothered me here, and you guys, please tell me what you feel about this. In this case, it was the villains. The villains are weak. I thought that there's not a villain in here that actually stood out to me that I remembered that had a great personality. Unless if they're popping a power pill and doing some freaky shit, yeah, that's awesome to see. It's for everybody. I want to see what happens next with somebody. But as far as being a villain that stands out in a movie, where I'm like, wow, because a lot of times we watch these things, it's like, man, one thing I remember here, they went up against a badass villain. Mm-hmm. Not here. If you ask me, all these villains are just forgettable as fuck, man. Downright lazy in some cases. Instead of giving and this goes for all of their villains, before they mutate into something crazy, instead of giving their villains great lines, instead of giving them good scenes, a personality, they give them a silly ass look. Rodrigo Santoro, right here. I think he's in Westworld, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. My wife even pointed that out to me. He's a straight up costume shop villain. His biggest to me, his biggest personality trait is that he has facial hair.
His neck is all gnarly,
fucked
like
up
fried
neck.
chicken.
Yeah, his neck is all veiny and gnarly and everything. Mm-hmm. But that's his biggest trait. He got stupid facial hair.
Then our backers will see what the rest of us have already seen.
What's that?
We're working for the woman who's going to change the world.
I'm looking at this, and the whole time I couldn't stop looking at that goatee. Up here looking like a Latino Colonel Sanders. Because he's looking like a Civil War general or one of the Three Musketeers or some shit. I was just like, man,
got that twist at the end.
Yeah. Got that twist nice and waxed. Up here looking like a Cyrano de Bergerac after a nose job or some shit. I'm like, come on, man. That is his trait. Mm-hmm. That's his big trait right there. And I gotta tell you, and I'm gonna pass it on to y'all. Maybe I'm a little biased because it irks me whenever I see a villain who wears his coat over his shoulders and doesn't wear it properly. Because I'm looking at that, and I'm just it's a personal peeve of mine. I'm just kind of like
that's a very specific personal peeve. I gotta say,
yeah.
Well, I'm thrown off guard by
yeah. I'm just kind of like, put your fucking arms through the sleeves. Or put it down. Commit to the shit.
They want to give him a cape, but it's like that's too much. Just give him an overcoat, and that's all we're going to.
Yeah,
it's
it's like a cape he's wearing.
You're
like
not Magneto, okay? Settle down.
Exactly. Whenever I see a villain who's wearing his coat over his shoulder, I'm like, man, you're a douchebag. You're not really a villain.
Well, it's to show he's a boss. Henchmen work under him.
Yeah. I got it, but I just kind of like, that's just something of mine. I'm just like, put the fucking coat on or put it down.
I'm more like, why are you wearing a coat? It's New Orleans. It's 100 degrees outside, 100% humidity. What's wrong with you?
I'm not going to say that it really takes away because they're not terrible. It's just that they're not memorable.
No, they're serviceable. The only time when they are special is when they showcase their various powers. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing. It's like, okay, now we got to the cool scene. Like, I can't tell you a single name of one of the villains. Like, that's the evil woman, the guy with the goatee, evil Mexican Colonel Sanders. Like, that's it. And he had like the big bald guy, and that's all I can remember. I don't know anyone's name in this. Honestly, I'll tell you what. I don't really remember anyone's names. I just know them by their actors' names, their real life names.
Yeah,
because I think what this movie does, we're just going to showcase this kind of street gang cop story, but with that superhero aesthetic layered on top of it. And that's what works about it for the most part. But overall, I couldn't remember a lot of the characters' names.
Yeah. How you feeling about the villains, man?
I didn't even think about him till you brought him up.
Yeah.
See, that says something, man.
I mean, it does. It does. I just thought, okay, these guys aren't the focus. Yeah. Our three leads are the focus, and the effects, the powers, everything else is going on. But you're right. The villains are. They're for the most part generic. They could have been interchanged with somebody else. And just for the record, he's Brazilian.
Excuse me.
I knew I was gonna fuck up.
No. You said Latino. That's fine.
No,
when Chris said a Mexican Colonel Sanders, I was like, well, more of a Brazilian.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, see, Chris gonna be like, you left me out here. I think I think I said Mexican Colonel Sanders.
I feel like you said Latino.
I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not insensitive at all. I'm no villain. But yeah, man. Now, the rest of the cast, to be fair, they're not too far from being types themselves.